Well, good afternoon, Chameleon Academy. Welcome to this a wonderful way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Over where I am, it is raining something fierce. Oh my goodness. I'm in Southern California. It's supposed to be sunny all the time, right? Well, that is not the case. We're getting rain, and actually, that's exactly what we need right now. So let me make sure that my audio is working, because last time we had this problem where the audio didn't work, and that doesn't work. So nobody is saying they can't hear me, so we're good. All right. Well, if you're watching this in replay, just know that this is a live event, and you can come and join us every Saturday at 12 noon Pacific time. And the only Saturdays that we're not going to be doing it will be the ones in January when I'm in Madagascar and the internet is unstable or unpredictable. Let's just say it that way. So, all right, I'm gonna move this camera up just a little bit and say hello to everybody in the chat. Hello. Oh, Liza Ann is driving. Renee is there with Marcia. Tony. Yeah, Geraldine and Tony. We were going to see Madagascar real soon. I'm excited about this. Oh, who is this? Is it James Cross? What the heck? Tony's at work right now, so can't watch, but will be listening. All right, then in that case, I am going to have to be very descriptive as to what is going to happen next. I am dramatically turning to my left because we all know when James shows up, you've got to give the appropriate offering. And so I am, Tony, this is for you who is at work who can't watch. I am dramatically to extend the tension, unlatching the cage behind me. It is a hybrid cage, a Dragon Strand tall hybrid cage, and we know what hybrid cages are good for. They are good for keeping in the fog. And so I am now slowly, but no, you know what? Not slowly, quickly opening up the cage and releasing all of the fog upon all of the people and me. And as always, taking the good whiff of distilled or RO water fog, which is such a clean smell. I love it. So, all right, Spearmint, I don't know where you are. He's in there somewhere. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the chat here. James says, it's so fun to watch. I don't know why either, but I love it. It's one of the most fun traditions we have here at the Chameleon Academy. I don't even know why. It just kind of started, didn't it? How did this start? Anybody remember how we started releasing the fog? I think I just started doing it whenever James came in the chat. What the heck? Let's get that out of the way. So anyway, we have our fun traditions here at the Chameleon Academy. So hello, Nate, Robin, Angela, and Janet, Alicia, Marsh Ann, Steve Hefner, and Joanne, who can't stay long, but hopefully she's here for me to say hello, Joanne. Thank you for dropping by. All right. Everybody, I cannot tell you how exciting last week was. And yes, this is not the Mushroom Cup. It's not the Chameleon Cup. It's just the Blue Cup because it's a blue morning. Not in a sad way. I love the color blue. So let's see. Alicia says, weird. If I minimize my picture, is bright. If I make Bill big, it gets dull. What's going on here? Let's see how I am going at full definition. Interesting. Ooh, let's go into the dark mode. Yeah, I like that better. All right. See, yep, it's exactly that right. After naming of the fog father, you started releasing the fog when I entered. Okay. Yes. Oh, Flick is here from Northern Ireland. Wonderful. It is good to have you. And Marcia Ann has blue sunny skies there. Oh, we have gray, angry skies here. But I actually love it. I love the rain. So I'm happy about this. I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing. Now, everybody, exciting news. And you know what? I got to pull up my presentation. I worked on this presentation. And so what is going on is we now have an app. Yes, the iPhone app for the podcast, Chameleon Academy podcast, is back, and it's in the iTunes store right now. It just got released yesterday. So we are now official that there is the Chameleon Academy podcast app in the iPhone iStore. Now, our iPhone App Store. Now, I used to have it for iPhone and Android, and I'm working on getting it for Android. It's a little bit more complicated, just because this is the first time I'm doing it. When I had the app before, that was somebody else who I paid them to maintain and do my app. This time I'm doing it myself. I haven't coded for 30 years. And when I did, things were different. Things are very different in both good and bad ways. But I'm now feeling my way through this new world. And so just be patient with me. I'm getting the Android app out soon. I don't know what soon means because I haven't done it before. I don't know what kind of trouble I'm going to find myself in. But first thing I got to do is find an Android phone that I can test on. So I'll be working on that. I'll be checking eBay, Craigslist, or something. For anybody here have an Android phone they're no longer using and is just sitting gathering dust, that's somewhat a late model, you let me know because I have use for it. I need to figure out how to put stuff on an Android. So, Bill, your face is getting cut off by the border image. Oh, okay. Well, which one? All right. I found podcast on Satisfy. Since yes, you're an Android person. Okay. Find it on Spotify for now. But I'm going to be, here I am. I'm talking big. I've never put something on an Android before, so I'm going to have to work on it. So, Bill, if you need some help, let me know. I can help. Okay. I'll accept any help of any late model Android, and all I need it for is to load stuff up. So Wi-Fi only, so no cell phone service. But yeah, I'll get in contact. Anybody get in contact with me, or I'll get in contact with people. I would love one of those. Think I have an extra Android? Yeah. Oh. All right. Bill is saying, Nate is saying my face is getting cut off by the border image. Is that when I go over here? Let me know if I've taken care of it. I think I am. I'm looking good here now, but let me know. So this is so it's available now on the App Store. It's a very simple app. This first version is a very simple app. And you go onto this app and you are able to see and scroll through all of the episodes. You're able to press on it and a player will come up that allows you to do the basic playing of these episodes. And then there's a screen, a settings screen. So, there's also a resources screen that's going to send you to like the Dragon Strand, the virtual campus, you can buy the book. So, there's that screen too. Oh. You know what we're going to do? How about this? We'll take that down for now. Okay, I'm trying. I'm going to get us where we need to be. How is that, guys? Let me know if I'm in the right place here. Steve says, is the old podcast app obsolete? Yes, it is. It will work with the episodes before October. As far as I know, it will continue doing that, but it will not be it will not get any of the new episodes. So that is why I've had to take matters into my own hands and jump back into this coding world, which has been a lot of fun. You see the fog, not you. Huh. Hopefully this is it. Is this it, everybody? Perfect. Okay, hopefully that's perfect. So, but yeah, the company that made my app before sent me a notice and said, we're not doing it anymore. And okay, fine. I guess we're not doing it anymore. But we've got, anyway, old history. But now we have an app. We have our app back. And the important thing about this app is that I made it so I can control it and I can do things with it. So we are going to be developing this. And the first thing that's on anybody's mind is, what about playlists? Yes. And I've got that on the list. I have one more update that I will do in a couple of weeks that I will add a little bit of feature in here that may be unexpected, but of course I will let you all know when that happens. I rather tell you what I've done rather than what I'm going to do, because anybody can say what they're going to do. I'm going to say what I've done. So, and oh yes, breaking news. Our Mr. James Cross has gotten himself an actual espresso machine. He had his first espresso in Madagascar earlier this year in January. And so he has gotten himself an espresso machine. James, you are going to have to let us know, are you having an espresso right now? You need to be having an espresso while we are on the show. We need that. So, let us know how that is going. So, everybody, as we go on. Oh, by the way, we'll go ahead and just talk about the app a little bit. Having an espresso right this very moment. Excellent. That is the way it should be. So, all right. Any questions on this app? If you do get this app, I absolutely recommend going into dark mode. Go to the settings screen and hit dark mode. I like it so much better. And I'm going to make that default in the next app. But also something happened. I don't know exactly what, but in light mode, the entire search bar becomes white. So it's not that way on my simulator. So the search bar in the podcast episodes will magically appear once you go into dark mode. It's there in the white mode. If you touch it, you can actually use it, but you can't see it. So that's the first bug. So this is going to be an adventure, everybody. First time I'm doing this. All right. Yes, we are going to be talking about Did You Get Fred? Yes, I got. Everybody, I have a whole lot of community updates, and I didn't get them in today's. And I'm very sorry, especially for Alicia, where I promised last week that I'd get them in this week. I will say it has nothing to do with me wanting to or not. We had, during my time this morning when I'm putting together everything, we had a bit of an emergency, not an emergency, but a disruption, we'll say, this normal disruption stuff. And so I did not get to put together the deck that I usually do. So you're going to see the bare bones deck. And I am sorry for everybody who gave me beautiful pictures of chameleons. They will go in next week. And I will be doing it ahead of time to make sure that they go in next week, because I got some beautiful pictures, including of Fred and from Marcia and Renee and Alicia. And so, everybody, next week is going to be the Community Chameleon Appreciation Week. If you've got pictures of your chameleons, send them in. We're just going to celebrate the wonderful chameleons that we have in our community. And thank you very much for everybody who sent them in. I apologize. I was fully intending on having a whole lot of chameleons this week, but I I literally just ran in. You see my hair slicked back? Nice haircut. Yeah. that was my shower in a sink to before I ran in here. So okay. Anyway, so Fred is so beautiful. Ah, there you go, James. Catalog that one. So, what in the world did we talk about this week? This week, we talked about the third stage in this chameleon journey, the pass it on stage. This is when you're about 5 years in and you've got husbandry down and you've explored the community a little bit. And I just arbitrarily set 5 years as the date where people start settling in and saying, what's my long-term goal here? What am I doing long-term? And this is where people start thinking about this as more of a lifestyle. What am I going to do to enrich myself long-term? And how might I give back? So, all right, people are, I don't have any good pictures. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Alicia's gonna reboot phone. Be right back. Okay, all right. So here are my suggestions for once you get to this point. What are you going to do to really, I guess, make a difference? Now you're starting to think now you, instead of thinking about how am I going to be experiencing things, you're going to say, how am I going to make it meaningful? So I think that's kind of the shift. It's hard to explain. But first thing I want to say is go to Madagascar. I know you've heard me talk a lot about going to Madagascar here, mainly because I'm going to Madagascar and I'm offering that for everybody else. But this is for the people who are watching the video and maybe haven't seen my stuff before and don't follow me on a weekly basis. But this is an incredible opportunity to experience where chameleons are, and it's at on one hand, it's an incredibly magical experience, and on the other hand, it just feels like normal life. Once you're there, it's going, oh, okay, this is just like normal life, except there's chameleons all over the place. It's surreal. What type of chameleon picks? Just if you're talking about community chameleons, if your chameleon has a name, send me a picture of your named chameleon. This is not for this is all the chameleons I took in the wild. I mean, it can be. There's no rules here, but this is mainly for community chameleons. So if your chameleon has a name, then that works. So all right. So Madagascar, it just opens, gives you a new perspective on chameleons and your keeping. And it's hard to explain it's an incredible experience. I recommend doing that. So next, consider starting an outreach. And by this, I mean starting to share your experiences, because we all come to this chameleon world with different backgrounds and we have different experiences. And by sharing them within an outreach, we start to help other people who may relate to what we are doing or want to be where we are. So case in point, we've got DIY Chameleon guys, and that was James Cross. He came here with a background in carpentry and as a craftsman. And so we literally spent an entire year of doing a weekly show about how to do your own cages and the chameleon equipment. We even got into t-shirts and 3D printing and stuff like that. That was a way, you'd think, okay, carpentry, what does that have to do with chameleons? Well, everything has to do with chameleons. And so that was a way that he could. Other people can, you can start any sort of social media, whether it's YouTube, it's TikTok, it's Instagram, and just share. The one thing I want to say is a lot of people feel intimidated because they say, what can I share? What do I know? I don't have that experience. I don't know how to teach. And I want to say, I suggest you don't teach. I suggest you don't come on as an expert and start telling people what to do. We've got so much of that. What we don't have is people just doing like a vlog style. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm excited about. This is what I'm learning right now. People say, if I'm going up there, I need to pretend like I'm an expert. No. You know why people love? Yeah, okay. People go to my videos so they can get tutorials on how to do stuff. But the people who stick around, who really care, become part of this community, they just want to hang out. And you can do an entire outreach of you just hanging out with your chameleons. This is what I'm doing today. This is what I learned from this source. This is what I'm trying out today. That's an amazingly compelling outreach. So please don't let whether you think you're an expert or not get in the way of whether you have a channel. Just don't pretend that you're more than you are. I know people get up and they get this, they feel this pressure to be, I know what I'm talking about. Just let that go. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Oh, let's see. I'm going to go check the comments here and catch up. What's going on? They're saying, okay, Javi is interested in 2027. Hey, that is, I don't recognize Javi. Everybody say hello to Javi. James says, I'm all about 2027. He has to sell one of his kids. Nate says, I love having an Instagram for just my reptile hobby. It's fun to keep it all together and share with other like-minded people. Yeah, guys, it is amazing how effective being an example is. If you don't know how to put together posts or tutorials or any of that kind of stuff, just post a picture of your cage. I mean, look at James Cross. All he does is post pictures of his cage and he's inspiring people. Take a look at Nate's Instagram, and yeah, you get these really cool pictures of chameleons and people are looking at your cages. And so you can have an outreach without saying anything, without showing yourself, without being this personality. You can just post pictures. And if you don't feel like having an account, you can go on any one of these social media groups, find a group that you feel comfortable with, and just help beginners. There's always an onslaught of beginners who are trying to figure out chameleons and could really use someone who's patient with them, who actually will listen to them instead of just fire hose all that information. This is what you're doing wrong. So if you've got a heart to give back and to share, but you don't want to be a personality or anything like that, go to one of the social media groups and find a group that isn't too bizarre and just help people. Always, in all of these groups, there's someone who says, I just got a chameleon. How do I take care of them? So you've got a market of people who are needing that kind of help and wanting that kind of help. And it's really easy to get burned out. And that's why you're thinking, oh, okay, well, they've got an admin team. Oh, yeah, but everybody's burned out because they're answering the same questions over and over and over and over again. So if you're coming in fresh and you have patience to deal with the same question over and over and over again with somebody who thought they knew what they were talking about because they did their research, they talked to the pet store guy. And now how do you tell them that it's all kind of wrong and they need to change things and spend a lot of money that they weren't expecting? All right, you see where there's some very important skills that are above and beyond anything that has to do with chameleons. Yeah, We have a need for people. We have a need for people who take care of other people. Now, let's see. Going through the chat because I don't want to get too far behind. Enjoy showing our reptile room to help inspire others. Yeah, that's perfect. Is there a way to do Instagram and have it be separate from Facebook? Yes, you can separate them. They make it really hard because that's who they are. But I know there's a way to do it. So you can do it. And is Google, how do I do this? Javi is saying I'm a background person, but James and Richard have been helping me build that full hybrid tank. Perfect. That's right. And that's what's wonderful about hanging out in this community here. Yeah, people are excited to help you. All right. Breed a chameleon. This is always a fun one because on one hand, people often think, and this is how it used to be, that to be an expert, you have to breed chameleons. Breeding chameleons gives you an awful lot of insight, but I am trying to disconnect it from your path of having to breed a chameleon to be an expert. You don't. We know how to breed chameleons now. What we're working on is enrichment. And so you can be an expert, quotes expert, by just working with enrichment. There's more than enough breeders out there, but don't think you have to do that to be an expert. But if you do feel that you would love to breed, it is a perfect way to deepen your understanding because, of course, the more you know about a chameleon, the better. The more you know about the life cycle. I would love it for someone to go through the entire life cycle of a chameleon, breed the chameleon, hatch the chameleon, raise that baby up until you're breeding him again. And I would love for that to be people to do that before they get a little, before they start teaching. It's an amazing how that experience helps with your perspective. Nate says, Bill, on the topic of breeding, my female bifidus showing her red head. Does that mean she is near adulthood? She still feels small still. I don't know. Mine is showing a red head. And you know what? How about I bring that up? Let me see if I can bring that up and so people will know what we're talking about. There we go. I'm going to give me a second here. I'm going to pull up something. So this is what Nate is talking about. That is a female bifidus, and they're starting to get their red heads. And the answer is, Nate, I don't know. They're still small. They're still very small, and so I'm nervous about breeding her this young, this small. But I do know that chameleons breed a lot smaller, a lot sooner in the wild than we do here in captivity. And I think that's it's a good thing that we wait in captivity. So I am waiting for mine to get a little bit bigger before I start trying to breed her. But I don't know if this means that they're sexually mature. Could be. Robin says, our second bifidus female is finally showing her red head too. She's just so small. Yeah, very, very small. I'll have to ask. There's a couple of people who have gone through the life cycle of bifidus, and I'll ask them what they think. But very few people have. This is kind of the documentation thing that we are we are going through here. And I forgot to set up the meeting of the Bifidus breeders group for October. So we're definitely going to have it in November. We generally, the Bifidus people, we generally get together at the end of last Sunday of every month, and we have a meeting and we coordinate. Forgot to set it up last month. Going to do it this month. Steve says, breeding and hatching a couple of brevicorn was the most exciting time as a chameleon keeper. Yes. And Jim says, Bill, how hard is it to care for a shamrock? I'm definitely in love with yours. As is appropriate. They are incredible chameleons. How hard is it? It's not hard at all. Caring for one is a lot easier than breeding, I'm finding. But the thing is, of course, you got to do it right. The shamrocks don't like heat, so they're more like Parsons chameleons. And they don't do much basking. They're more of a deep forest type chameleon. And so they like it cool, humid, and that's it. They can be shy. Mine are usually, they like to have the opportunity to hide. But they get comfortable and they're sitting out there in the open. So I would say cool and humid. That describes what the shamrocks like. But they're great chameleons. I love them. Definitely need. Well, you know what? Talk to me. Talk to me. If you would like to send me an email, bill@chameleonacademy.com, if you are serious about this. Yeah. Robin says, shamrocks are about the easiest ones to keep. I think everyone should have them. Robin knows what she's talking about. Yep, that's absolutely correct. That's what I believe as well. Females' little faces are just so sweet. They are so cool. So yeah, we're going to see more of the shamrocks. And thank you for not gatekeeping. Gatekeeping, yeah, you're not going to find gatekeeping here. This is a community. Yes, everybody. The more successful you all are here, the more successful I consider myself. All right. The next thing I want to encourage is for, what? Oh my goodness, I can't sit still. This is James. I've got you on the big screen, and I believe am getting ready to set up the cage rack system for the new arrivals. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, we've got some good stuff from James. I'm going to look forward to seeing pictures of the stuff that James is working on. That guy is putting together some really cool stuff. So we are going to be blessed with some fun stuff to see. And by the way, James, if you're done by next week, send pictures so I can include them in the community episode. So, all right, specializing in a topic. This is where you decide that there's something about chameleons, the aspect of chameleon husbandry, or any part of chameleons that really speaks to you. You say, I love this and I want to get better at it. With James, it's like making cages and stuff for chameleons. With me, I love podcasting. I love creating content. I love educating. And I was just excited beyond belief to publish a book earlier this year. And so, by the way, everybody, Tiny Dragons is now available on Amazon. So Tiny Dragons, The Art of Hatchling Chameleon Care by Bill Strand. This is available on Amazon now. So get it and leave a comment, leave a rating and a comment. That's my path. So this is not for everyone. It's for me. It's a challenge for me. I love getting better at it. I listen to my old podcasts and I cringe because of all the things that I've wanted to get better at. Heck, I listened to the stuff I did last year and I go, I could do better than that. That's the personal growth, and that's the fun of it. So this is what really speaks to me. You can specialize in, like with this book, I've been around long enough that I can do a lot of different specialties, but just pick one. In this case, I wanted to make a tutorial on how to take care of baby chameleons, because that's one thing that we didn't have in the community. So that was a specialization of mine. Specialty. It could be you love panther chameleons. It doesn't matter if everybody else does the same specialty. What matters is that you do it and you enjoy it. So do you love panther chameleons? Well, then specialize in them. You get a couple of locales, breed 1, 2, maybe once a year. I'd say once a year. Don't go overboard, and just spend years and years working with them and gaining that experience. Because I got to tell you, no matter how many people out there have panther chameleon experiences, the number of people getting panther chameleons exponentially grows with everyone who breeds panther chameleons. So we will not run out of needs for people who love panther chameleons. Do you love Parsons chameleons? Do you love shamrock chameleons? Yeah. James loves bifidus chameleons, and got the rest of us to be part of a bifidus breeding program. So this is what happens when you're a community. We all do it together. Let's see. Definitely will, but yeah. James is going to do more with bifidus and the shamrock. Yeah, we love. Yeah, everyone, we're having fun in this community. If you're new here, we've started a grassroots type effort. We're kind of, as a community, working on both bifidus and the shamrocks, and we would be doing a little lot more with shamrocks, except I've had some challenges getting them to reproduce reliably. So I'm working on it. I'm going to continue working on that. It's a long-term project. Bifidus, I don't know if we got lucky. I had a mating. James had a mating. James's looks like she's gaining weight. Mine isn't looking as much of a weight gaining. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we've gotten lucky there. But the fun is that we're doing it as a community. We're meeting. We're talking about it. For those who don't know, we've got a virtual campus, which is a membership group. It's like a forums. It's a membership group where we can all talk about this day in, day out, and we're having fun. And you'll notice you're saying membership community. Why don't you just do a Facebook group or something? It's difficult out there in the world because a lot of people are getting shut down in the middle of the night for no reason, no warning. And I don't like that. And so you'll notice in my outreaches, you'll notice that I am making sure I am not dependent on any other platform for my outreach. Got the newsletter. I pay for that. Nobody's taking that away from me. Got a website. I pay for it. No one is taking away from me. Got a podcast. No one's taking that away from me. And now I've got an app. And although Apple could kick me off, at least now it's kind of safe. We'll see. So my YouTube, like this live, okay, that's on YouTube, which is a little bit, it's somebody else's platform. So I've got to watch this thing. YouTube hasn't been kicking people off like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook have. So I feel a little bit safer here. But once again, you'll notice I'm building an outreach that doesn't depend upon other platforms that can kick me off. Love Chameleon Nerd Hour. Well, this is Chameleon Nerd Hour. You have found it. Oh, wait, I'm going to just open this up a little bit. no matter what level of experience you are, if you were going to specialize in a topic, what would you pick? And it doesn't have to be studying tongue dynamics in chameleons. It can be literally, I want to learn about panther chameleon locales. What is it about the chameleon community that excites you, that speaks to you, that energizes you and makes you really happy to be part of it and you want to dig deeper in it? I'd love to hear from you all. Carson's here. Hello, Carson. She says, I agree. The group thing changes everything. You and Tom just hanging out, learning and raising just a few beautiful chameleons and not into it as much as everybody else yet. Yes. Let me say, the community is also a passion of mine, how to build a community. And this is something that you have to make a decision about. All of this community that we've got here, that's a specific decision that I made to create a space. Now, you can't control it. I created a space. You all decided that you liked that space and you were going to hang out. You can't force anybody into a community. They have to like it. So I will take credit for creating the space, but I can't take credit for building the community. I just make sure the sun is there and I water the garden and see what happens. But there's a number of decisions that you make in your outreach that are different if you want an audience, if you want followers, or if you want community. So an audience is just people who consume your content and you don't know who they are. Followers are people that listen to what you say and they execute what you say. It's kind of like you're part of your there's an identity to that. Community is where you're all interacting together. So the intention is not just on the guide, just not on me who's up on stage, but it's interacting with each other. And I specifically want a community. So that is why we have this chat. That's why we get together at the beginning of every video for a premiere. It's so we can interact together and have fun. It's so much fun when we're doing this as a community. Nate says, my broad goal is to understanding airflow. Oh, nice. And expanding care for enrichment. Oh, I like those. That's right. Carson says, 48 days and still no Bomi eggs yet. Hope it's soon because I leave for 9 days next week for Thanksgiving. Well, that's the easy part. You just put in the laying bin and your female will take care of it and should be able to do it without supervision. It's when they hatch, that's when it's a real pain in the butt. So they love to hatch right before you've got to go on a work trip. It's wonderful. Geraldine says, I still don't have a chameleon, so you're further in love than me. Hey, you can enjoy, you don't need a chameleon. You can enjoy just hanging out here. That works. But I got to tell you, Geraldine, you are going to be so prepared for chameleons. People say, it's so hard to take care of chameleons. Well, it's hard because you try to start it before knowing how to do it. Geraldine's going to start at the totally high level. And I wanted to add, when you're doing your journey, when you're starting to really settle in, start developing a philosophy. And what this means is, what do you stand for? What's important to you? What do you want to radiate into the community? And things like enrichment for chameleons. I want to have all of my cages beautifully made up because I want my chameleons to be enriched. That's a philosophy. It's also a philosophy saying I want to figure out how to mass produce chameleons. And so that is a philosophy as well. People have figured out how to do it most efficiently with cost and space. So, that obviously I've gone away from that, and I've gone through to the enrichment. And if you're here, you probably agree with that to some extent. So, but this is all philosophy, and these are all decisions. Now, the important thing about developing a philosophy is it determines who you're going to be spending time with and who you're going to surround yourself with in the community. And is it going to be healthy? Is it going to sustain you? Is it going to excite you, or is it going to bring you down? If you love learning about chameleons, naturalistic keeping, enrichment, big cages, do-it-yourself projects, growing as a chameleon keeper, you're going to love Chameleon Academy, because that's what this is all about. But if your life philosophy is some of those other things, you're going to come here and you're not going to feel fed. It's like, what are these crazy people, these hippies, thinking about chameleons and enrichment? I just want to produce more babies. So if you go to a place, like if any of you went to a group where they were talking about keeping panther chameleons in 36-inch cages with a sprig of plant and a couple of dowels, you would feel out of place. You wouldn't feel good. It's like, what this is just not feeding me. It's not what I want to be. And of course, they're going to argue with you that, oh, this is all you need. And so you're going to find you just don't fit in. So having a core philosophy is about finding your community. And I know a lot of chameleon people, you in the chat, you found your community here. Hey, Lisa's here. And there's Victor. Yeah, our Northern Ireland crew is showing up. Wonderful to see you. You mean James, the weather? Absolutely. Well, Lisa, maybe we have something in common here. It's kind of pounding us here in Southern California. We're getting pounded by a storm. What's the weather like in Northern Ireland? We're getting that Irish weather here. Sorry I'm late, y'all. Smash the like. Thank you. Wayne Abides is here. Oh. Definitely about being around the right people. Yeah, you'll notice that, like around here, we have fun with projects. That encourages us. We are working on Bifidus together. I don't know that there's ever been a group that's worked on Bifidus or shamrocks together before. And if you want to be successful at something, it's really hard, especially with breeding chameleons. It's really hard to go at it alone. There's so much that goes in for support. Like, I know when we have shamrock or Bifidus babies, I know the first places we're going to go. It's the Chameleon Academy community. We've been talking about it for years, and people are getting ready, getting excited. And they're going to be the F1 generation. And so this is going to be, that's the fun of having a community. We all love to see the cages that James makes and what he's up to next. And so, that's where it's fun. All right. I think yep, there it is. That's my philosophy, and that's what makes the difference for me. The community, all of us there, we actually, can you believe this, in this digital age? This was so much fun. We all flew to a central place in Utah so we could all get together and hang out for a weekend and meet each other. And that was one of the most fulfilling things that I've done in the chameleon, my chameleon journey here. So this is what's important to me. These are the kind of people I want to spend time with and I want to hang out with. And this is what we've got here. That show that starts up every Saturday at 12 noon Pacific and Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So let's see. You know what? I gotta see what time is it in Ireland. Time in 8:51 p.m. That's not bad. Usually, like on Tuesday, when our Northern Ireland contingent shows up, it's like 1 a.m. for them. So at least this one isn't so bad. So hey, Swinky. Missed it. Everyone couldn't make it. Yeah, no. Okay. Maybe it's time for 13 eggs are looking good. I am so happy to hear that. I'd be so excited for captive hatched shamrocks. I will be so excited for that. So 13 eggs. All right, everybody, let us send good vibes into the universe for those 13 eggs. So now, if you do love this community, we're talking about having another get together, and we haven't set a date. I think we're talking about fall time next year. We are tentatively talking about the fall, tentatively talking about doing it in Michigan with the Legacy Reptarium and Legacy. So give feedback. Is this something that you're interested in? And we'll be giving you some information, but start thinking about that. If you want to be part of the next group that flies in and we all hang out and be chameleon awesome together, then let's keep on top of what we're doing here. So, Janet's talking about coming. Yeah, if we get up there, we're able to get. Wait, Joanne, would you be able to do that? Mikey Ben would be able to do it if we can do it in Michigan. Oh, Joanne, would you be able to come? That would be amazing. Yeah. Alicia, you go there again. Yeah. Oh. All right, my folks, my fine friends. Oh, let me change this a little bit. Get me up there. So, tell me what's going on in your minds. Michigan is likely. Okay. All right. Yeah, Madagascar is does take a hit on the pocketbook. Better than the West. I don't know. Maybe we'll meet at James's. He's got a lot. James has got a lot of property. So we'll just meet at James's house. We'll crash in the man cave, throw out some sleeping bags on the ground, and we'll go play with his donkeys and his sulcata tortoises. So Alicia's going to be listening. So just let me know. Everybody, let me know if we want to have a flash mob at James's house. And his cages are good enough for us to sleep in, so we'll be happy in them. All right, people are signing up. James, we'll let you know when we're going to show up. There'll be a knock on the door, and we'll have Everybody, James's drink of choice is milk, chocolate milk. So we've all got to bring offerings of chocolate milk if we're going to be showing up at his place. Never been to the States. Love to travel. Always been on the list. But I have to say Madagascar. Wow, that's something else. Well, come. Did you get my email? The one I sent before? You ought to come. So we need more Fogfather live streams. So, all right. Angela's going to be there too. So, all right. Let's see. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I would like to see a Chameleon chore night featuring James. Lisa needs brain surgery first. All right. Yeah, get that taken care of before you go to Madagascar. Being in the middle of the mountain. All right, I've got 3 minutes left of this show. We're going to have to figure out how to go out with a bang. So, and no, you never leave the show early. Annabelle! Annabelle made it for the last 3 minutes of the show. Well, we are very glad, Annabelle, that you made it. That is excellent. Oh my goodness, see what happens, Bill. See what you started. You know it. We're going to show up at James's house. Oh. Well, I got to say, these guys are finally growing. They're still going slowly, but they are growing. So if anybody is interested in pet panther chameleons, email me. I will. They are going to be for a good price, but I'm looking for good homes for people who are just interested in pet chameleons. Females, I'll have some males. I think I know what locale they are. I think they're Nosy Bay. I think one of them is definitely Nosy Bay. Others are coming up with weird colors, and so pet chameleons. They will do great. Let me know. Email me, bill@chameleonacademy.com if you're interested. Don't take Annabelle shopping with you. That's how I ended up with an espresso machine. Oh, man, I'm going shopping with Annabelle then. I want my espresso machine. I got an espresso machine. I love them. They're great. Says, I don't think James is getting his sleep tonight. That's right. When you first get your espresso machine, you don't sleep that night. Yeah. You have quite the fun time. So everybody, please, I would love to get some feedback. Go to, if you've got an iPhone, get the app and play around with it. Enjoy it. Play around with it. Very simple. It will be expanded. I literally have development planned throughout 2026. And so I have more in mind than what it is now. But please go ahead, grab it, go to the app store if you've got an iPhone, put it on your phone, test it, and give me feedback. Let me know if something, let me know if it's working. Let me know if it makes you happy. Let me know if there's a frustration. Give it all to me. You don't have to tell me what's wrong. Just give me your feelings on it. And I will put it all together. And it will help move this app forward. Since I'm doing it, that means that we all as a community will be building this app throughout the next year. So you're going to be having an effect on how it gets done. So please give me feedback. Give me feedback. James is bouncing off the walls. How many espressos have you had, James? And by espressos, I don't mean cups. I mean like a double shot. How many shots have you had? Look for the older Android. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Thank you. What's the best channel? Email me, bill@chameleonacademy.com. The best channel if you want to give feedback, email me if you guys are on the virtual campus, you can just direct message me there. But otherwise, if you're not on the virtual campus, email me at bill@chameleonacademy.com. That is the most reliable. Instagram, Facebook, those aren't very reliable ways to communicate with me. So back for a moment. Can you show me the app again? I can download on my tablet and old phone. You want me to show you the app? Wait, James, I make 4 at a time and I've had 3 of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what do you mean by show you? Hey, there's Madagascar. I had another slide on there. So Alicia, just go to the App Store and type in Chameleon Academy podcast and scroll down and you will find it and then download it. It's free. Download it and put it into dark mode, settings menu. And that's where you have it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for being here and joining me. I will be here. We'll see each other again Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you later.